In this very short, very quick screencast, we're going to use a single set of data to create maps on 3 separate services. Let's get started. We have a data set here of 50 or so Everett program student projects. We have stuff from 1995 or so, or 1998 or so, all the way up to the early 2010s. This isn't everything. This is just kind of what we had in this data set. And we have this number of columns. Not all of these services are going to be able to use all the columns, but we can use what we want and cast off what we don't. So of course, first we have latitude and longitude. These are to place our markers, the name that we want, a location name, a description, a URL for the full blog page on the Everett program website, a URL for the picture that goes along with it, a URL for the thumbnail that goes along with it, and an icon color. This scheme came from Esri Story Maps. It was a template. So let's get started. First, we're going to use the kind of lamest one, Google My Maps. So let's import a file. Choose the columns to position your place markers, latitude and longitude. And what about the name for each of the markers? I'll just use name. As you can see, we've got a world map with markers for everything. Let's see what it looks like to a visitor. These aren't particularly nice, so why don't we do a little bit of editing to the map. You can edit the info window on any one of them. Just pick it, hit the pencil, and let's say that we don't want icon color, we don't want thumb URL, or pick URL, or we might as well keep URL, but latitude and longitude aren't that interesting. There we go. What's it look like now? We've got a very basic map. It didn't take us a whole lot of trying. Next one, here I am on my trial organizational account for ArcGIS Online. I'm going to go ahead and create a new map. In much the same way, I can just hit add the layer from a file. And now we have something similar, but we have a lot more control over how we want to show this. I'm going to hit single symbol for all of them, change the symbol. Let's have a green pin thing. I'll make it, let's say, 48. The info window is not that nice looking, so why don't we do a little changing of that? Configure the pop-up. Now I can have it not display anything up there, but I can add pop-up media. How about I change the image to name? The caption will just be the description. URL will be the pick URL. And a link will just link to the original thing. And how does this look when we click on something? We got the image, we got the description, all that nice stuff. I guess we didn't need to add the name in the first place. But anyway, that's making a super quick map using ArcGIS Online. And now finally, let's try something using a story map, also from Esri. I'm going to make a sequence of place-enabled photos. I'm going to use the advanced options. And see, I said we use a template. I used this one right here. Import data from a CSV. And as you can see, we've got this. We've got a whole bunch of settings that we can do. I'm not going to do them right now. But as you can see, just by having your data nice and clean and ready to go in precise columns and having all the data that you want, then you can move that around into a lot of different services.